Gervonta Davis has just been taken into federal custody again. Yeah, you heard that right. The feds showed up just days after his controversial win over Lamont Roach. But this time, it's not about a hit-and-run or breaking house arrest. This is way more serious. We're talking allegations of bribery, match fixing, and a supposed secret deal involving referee Steve Willis.
Other stuff, some stuff that he think I don't know about. He think he got one up on me, I don't know. He think he got a mole somewhere. I told him.
Word is, Gervonta Davis could be facing major legal trouble, with possible prison time now in play after shocking bribery claims surfaced. All signs are pointing to round 9 of his recent fight. If this turns out to be true, it won't just damage his reputation, it could end his career for good. Here's what we know. During his bout with Lamont Roach, fans immediately noticed something strange in the 9th round. Davis clearly went down. Whether it was from exhaustion, a body shot, or a slip, it didn't matter. He took a knee, and it wasn't subtle. He was down, and the entire boxing world saw it happen live.
He probably wasn't willing when he said that Grease got in his eye, but if you voluntarily take a knee and the rest start counting, it should be a knockdown. If that's a knockdown, I win the fight. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not banking on that knockdown to win. I just thought I pulled it out. What up is that? Yeah, are we going back?
But referee Steve Willis just stood there, said nothing, didn't start a count, didn't even acknowledge it. He let the fight go on like nothing happened. That moment lit up the internet instantly.
The part with the grease in the eye, that took on a life of its own. You know what I'm saying? That was a headline in the fight. One is, what did you think when he said that initially, just like the grease in the eye? But two is like, when you was in the fight, was there any point that you saw that? Like, did you see like him kind of messing with his eye, or did you have any indication that that was something that was bothering him?
No, see, and that's the thing. If you look at the whole fight, he was never bothering his eyes before
you jabbed him.
Before I jabbed him. Even that right hand that, like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of landed, he kind of rolled with it. But after that, you could see him wipe his eye. And then, right after I hit him with the jab, you could see him wipe his other eye. So it's like, it was corresponding to which hand that I punched him with and exactly which eye. So it's like crazy for him to say, it's grease in my eye. And I think even when he say that, you could see me, because I'm right beside him, you could see me like, nigga, what you talking about? So,
right.
But you say you don't think he willing though.
Yeah, whatever. See, but who cares? Like, sweat won't get in your eye, blood won't get in your eye.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Spit fuck around and get in your eye. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like you can be like, all right, time out, ref. Hold on,
Take no
ref.
time out.
Can't do that.
Right. Would you be cool with Steve Willis doing the next fight?
Hell no.
He can't do the next fight.
No, he can't do the next fight.
Right.
No.
Pops, it's a no?
Hell no.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
You know how many
Coach Ben on him, man. He lucky he ain't running Coach Ben after that fight.
But look how many times he fucked the fight up though.
Right.
The knee, him going to the corner to get assistance, like, who knows? Not saying that they did any cheating shit or nothing like that. But like, he wiped his face with a towel. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't do none of that.
Right.
That's a disqualification. You turned your back on the ref after you took a knee. Usually the ref will be like, all right, he don't want to fight no more. Fight's off.
At first, it seemed like just another ref mistake. Bad calls happen in boxing all the time. But then things took a turn. Rumors started spreading after a leaked conversation allegedly surfaced between someone from Davis's camp and a member of the New York State Athletic Commission. And here's the kicker. The leak hinted that money was exchanged. Not for gear or promo, but to make sure the ref looked the other way if Davis got into trouble.
The rules that he didn't get hit with a punch. He didn't turn his back like he wanted to quit. It's just like when you get a thumb in the eye, it's a foul.
He did turn his eye. He did turn his back.
Yeah, but he didn't turn his back like he was going to quit. Like you've seen some guys turn him. He obviously mentioned that he had something in his eye, and it wasn't from a punch. It wasn't. It was time in between the shots. I think that by the time he wanted that, or he took a knee. But I think in the rules it states that you're allowed to do that. If you go back and you read some of the rules, I know a lot of people are complaining about it, but I think it was upheld in New York that it was okay for him to do that. I think part of the rules state that it was okay. As a coach on the other side, I would have.
Yeah. Of course, right? Of course.
I would have thrown a fit, man.
It didn't take long before fans started calling out Steve Willis by name, the same ref who's now gone totally silent. He's ignored every interview request, hasn't said a word about what millions watched happen live. Now, both the New York State Athletic Commission and the WBC are finally admitting that something about that fight didn't sit right. Yep, 2 days after the fight, the New York State Athletic Commission put out a vague, carefully worded statement. They said they're reviewing the footage from round 9 and evaluating the ref's actions to uphold professional standards. In plain English, that's PR talk for, we know something sketchy went down, and we're trying not to get hit with lawsuits.
I know what I was doing, and I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that.
The second time around, he gonna come guns blazing. And that's really when it's gonna be.
Meanwhile, the WBC didn't hold back. In a separate statement, they confirmed they're launching an independent investigation into the officiating during the Davis versus Roach fight, focusing specifically on possible conflicts of interest and ethical breaches. That kind of move only happens when they seriously believe something shady went down. And now here we are, Gervonta Davis, a fighter who's had more court appearances than some boxers have wins, is potentially staring down federal bribery charges. And this isn't just a slap on the wrist. Bribing a referee in a pro sports event breaks the Sports Bribery Act of 1964, a serious federal offense that carries up to 5 years in prison. If they find proof that money was used to influence the outcome of a licensed fight, it's game over.
When the fight got announced, I put belt to ass, and you can see that's what I do.
Lamont, you threw more punches and you landed more punches than Tank. How were you able to do this tonight?
What I just tell you, I'm him. I'm telling you that. I'm one of the best fighters in the world, man. And it showed tonight. He probably wasn't welling when he said the grease got in his eye, but if you voluntarily take a knee and the rest start counting, it should be a knockdown. If that's a knockdown, I win the fight. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not banking on that knockdown to win. I just thought I pulled it out.
What happens next?
Shit, I hope we can run it back. I want to run it back for sure. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. And, thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for loving me. Thanks for hating me. I'll be right back on this same very stage again, like I belong.
Congratulations, Lamont. A breakthrough performance. Really putting your name out there.
Thank you.
Let's send it back to ringside and more. We're now.
Let's rewind for a second. This isn't Gervonta Davis's first run-in with the law. The guy's rap sheet is long, with past charges including domestic violence, hit and run, assault, and multiple counts of driving without a license or insurance. In 2023, he barely avoided jail time after pleading guilty to a hit and run in Baltimore. The crash left 4 people injured, including a pregnant woman. What did Davis do after the wreck? He ran. The judge sentenced him to 90 days of house arrest at his trainer Calvin Ford's home, but he couldn't even follow that. He violated the terms and ended up in jail for 44 days. He was only released after promising to clean up his act.
Baltimore boxing champion Gervonta Davis is heading to trial. According to our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, a judge rejected a plea deal that would have spared him from jail time for a November 2020 hit-and-run crash. The 27-year-old is charged with 14 counts related to the crash. Police say he was driving a Lamborghini when he ran a red light at the intersection of Washington and Martin Luther King Boulevards, hit a car, and then took off. Now, 4 people inside that car were injured. Davis's trial is set to begin December the 12th.
Fast forward to 2025, and Davis is under the spotlight again. But this time, the stakes are much higher. If the bribery allegations hold up, it's not just about his past mistakes anymore. We're talking about a federal crime, and the feds don't care how many fights you've won or how famous you are.
I could have stopped him. It's me. It's me. Definitely my fault. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Cause I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up, and I could have definitely did more. Just a lot going on. But again, it was myself, you know. But you gotta go to the gym and, you know, get back to the drawing board and, you know, try.
They'll drag you to court and hit you with charges that won't just go away with a slap on the wrist. Let's not forget what sparked all of this, the 9th round. You can find clips of it everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, ESPN. Davis drops to a knee, his gloves touching the canvas. That's an automatic knockdown. Every rulebook says it, every trainer, fighter, and ref knows it. Yet Steve Willis just stands there, blinking. No count, no warning, nothing.
It's my opinion. Sure. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision, or I think the draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take the knee, man, if you take a knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point out. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point out. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, you know, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. You know, the referee with the eyes, you know, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, you know, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, I mean, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on.
It gets even sketchier from here. Several fans and ringside reporters reported seeing members of Davis's entourage arguing with commission officials after the fight. Ben Thompson from Fight Hype shared that a source close to the commission was surprised by how defensive Davis's camp became when questioned about the knockdown. Meanwhile, ESPN's Mike Coppinger reported that WBC reps were overheard discussing concerns about the officiating in round 9, even before the fight ended.
Hey man, I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate True Boxing Media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance.
But this isn't just about one questionable round. If Davis really did pay off a ref, or even just floated the idea, it opens up a whole new can of worms. Match fixing, corruption, gambling, and all the things that already make boxing fans suspicious. This would just confirm the worst-case scenario. People are upset, not just because they feel Roach got robbed, but because boxing already has a terrible reputation.
The draw? No. Who you got won? Lamont.
You thought Lamont won? By how many rounds?
I don't know. You still want the Tank Davis fight? So what? You still want the Tank Davis fight?
What went wrong? What went wrong?
Take out a little steam or fire out of it, or is it still the same? I mean, we're gonna see. I'm the best fighter in boxing. I've been saying this, so.
Shakur, what went wrong for Gervonta in this fight? Just because, could we say maybe because Lamont didn't come in, they really...
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was gonna go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Gervonta, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence been up. I've been knew I was the best. Keyshawn, what's your worst? Shakur, what's your worst? Keyshawn, he just won his first title. Good.
Davis isn't the only athlete accused of trying to cheat the system. Take Luis Resto, for example. Back in 1983, he removed the padding from his gloves to cause more damage and ended up in prison for assault. Then there's Tim Donaghy, the NBA referee who admitted to betting on games and fixing calls. He served over a year in federal prison. And let's not forget Panama Lewis, who was banned for life after tampering with gloves, causing lasting damage to a fighter. These aren't just scandals, they destroy careers.
Seen you guys, it's corrupt. So he's about 16-0, and the guy could box, man. I've seen him put work on UFC fighters. Like, I've seen him spar like Bellator champions. The guy does work. So we did like a no time limit, 40-minute boxing, just whoever quit.
Now picture Gervonta Davis joining that list, a fighter who was meant to be the next Mayweather, making millions per fight, undefeated, flashy, a TikTok favorite, and disliked by older generations. If these allegations hold up, he'll just become another cautionary tale, a what could have been story that ends in courtrooms instead of championship celebrations.
Good night for the sport. Didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either, so I felt like I won it, the last couple rounds, so it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I can get that rematch, because I know what I can do in a fight, but it's cool.
Tank, how much does it hurt to have the draw on your record now? And do you think it's going to stand as some sort of like renewed motivation for you, like the guys were saying, as you proceed through these next couple fights?
Yeah, it just put, food to the fire and things like that, fuel to the fire, but it's cool. It's cool. The draw is okay. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Because I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up. And I could have definitely did more.
What's even crazier is that Gervonta hasn't said a word since the fight. He skipped out on most of his media obligations.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, But I didn't really know that you can get disqualified for all that. Or when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
This is the same guy who remembers every knockout combo like it's programmed in his brain. He can recall every punch he's ever thrown, but suddenly, he's got amnesia when he takes a knee in the biggest fight of his career.
My first contract is signed for an immediate rematch in the case of a draw or if I win. So I'm already contractually signed to a rematch. It's on him. I hope we can get it done because I want to show the world again that was.
Then there's Steve Willis, who's also gone completely silent. No interviews, no podcast appearances, no tweets, nothing. That's not normal. When refs make big mistakes, they usually defend themselves, especially when they're trending. But Willis has disappeared. Let's be honest for a second, Gervonta's been the face of Gen Z boxing. He's built like a pit bull with a bomb in each fist. But boxing isn't just about power anymore, it's about perception. And right now, that perception is ugly. If Davis is found guilty, he's not only facing jail time, but his titles, license, and future could be on the line. No more Showtime deals, no more million-dollar gates, just courtrooms and cold metal bars.
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
Well, what is?
You might see it in a minute. You definitely might see it.
So yeah, Gervonta Davis may have technically beaten Lamont Roach, but in the real world, he could be facing the biggest loss of his life, and this time, no gloves are going to save him. Let us know what you think. Was this fight rigged? Did Davis actually bribe a ref, or is this just another social media witch hunt? Either way, the truth is coming, and when it does, someone's legacy is going down hard. Make sure to like this video and hit subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.